Alright guys, welcome to the Average Finds channel. This is David, of course, and this is a very impromptu video just because this is first impressions. We're basically just going to be looking at these Parkhurst Spauldings right here. I had a unboxing video planned, but I kind of did it and I didn't like it, so I think I'll just do it this way. This is me not wearing them. I just wore them around in my room here for like a few minutes and took them off. So this will be my first day wearing them. Let's just get right into what makes these boots great. Alright, so let's get right into these boots. We can start with the origin of Parkhurst themselves. Parkhurst is, I believe, a New York brand here in the United States. And it was started by an Andrew Visco, I believe his name is, just based on other interviews. And he just wanted to start something that was American made and well made, underpriced under most American boot manufacturers, and just something that's great. And let's see, what else can I say? Well, he started with a couple of just service boot styles. Nothing necessarily like this. It was simply just a cap toe or a plain toe boot, open lacing, of course, like a derby. And they're great looking boots. I'll give them that, but it just didn't really pique my interest until I saw this. Now I know this was a special order piece as well that you could have ordered it yourself, but it was like $400 to $500. I think I would have rather just waited for this, and well, it arrived. These are, of course, the Parkhurst Spauldings, and what they are is a short wing, closed lacing, so it's kind of like an Oxford, but it's a boot, so it's a little different. It's just like a fancier looking boot, I guess you could say. Sorry, the focus right there. What else? I mean, you got, of course, short wing, closed lacing, and of course, I think you can tell just by looking at them, but these are natural Chromexcel by Horween. As far as natural Chromexcel, I think if you're into boots, you know what it is. It's a very lengthy process to make this kind of leather. It's basically mainly chrome tan with some vegetable retanning at the end. And what you get is this pretty lustrous, well, relatively lustrous. I know in the beginning it gets kind of, it's kind of dull like it is right now. It looks pretty, not gonna lie, but it gets better with age. That's the great thing about this leather. It's probably one of the most popular leathers you can get from Horween. Just sidetracking a little bit, but speaking of Horween leather, especially their Chromexcel, there is the Chromexcel lottery, which basically means most of the time when you get these boots, you get some sort of creasing like this, but much worse. I'll probably put up a photo or two. They're not my photos, obviously. But yeah, it can get pretty bad. These so far don't present too many problems. These were factory seconds, so I'll have to see. But, I mean, you just get this. This is kind of normal. I don't really mind it too much. And up here, looks pretty normal too. I mean, just looks like normal Chromexcel. And I just wanted to point out something. Remember how I said natural Chromexcel ages pretty well? Well, here's another pair of boots that I got in natural Chromexcel with about 6 or 7 months worth of aging. So let me pull them out. Alright, so I pulled them out. These are, of course, Thursday Captain in natural Chromexcel. A nice cap toe service looking boot. It's pretty good for the price, I'll tell you that, but we can get into this a little later. This is how it looks like before any sort of aging. It's a little duller. Here, let me zoom in there. Pretty nice grain on it too, despite being a slightly corrected leather. And of course, this is after a little bit of aging, or patina, as my boot homies call it. And as you can see with these, the Chromexcel lottery wasn't too bad with me, especially that these were a gift and they're from Thursday. I mean, they make good stuff, but I mean, yeah, I'm not expecting the best clicking ever. Not bad though. These aren't that bad. The other pair's a little worse, but by no means unwearable. Anyways, let's get back to these. Alright, awesome. We're back. Now let's get down to the sole right here. This is of course a Goodyear welt, which is basically, if we can focus, there we go, which is basically just this strip right here. It's stitched like this, and you get this stitch in the bottom. It's a lot more complicated than that, but that's basically what you see. So this stitch right here correlates with this stitch. These are day-night soles, and this is actually my first encounter with it. This is a lot stiffer than the day-night copies, like from Meerman or from Thursday Boots. It's a lot stiffer, a lot hardier. I'd imagine a little more slippery, but I haven't tested that. But, I mean, these divots are pretty well grooved. I don't know. We'll see. So, I believe there's also a midsole. If we can get it there. Oh, a little more. A little more. There we go. I believe there's also a leather midsole right here. And, of course, a nice split welt. Split or storm welt? I believe it's a split, just because the lip kind of comes up kind of weird. What I believe to be a stack leather heel. I think just 1 or 2 layers of like 7 or 6 ounce leather. Let's go ahead and look at the inside right here. Okay, let's go ahead and dive inside. So I don't know if you can tell from here. It's kind of dark in there, and maybe it's not really reminiscent. But this natural Chromexcel is actually your half. I don't know what to call that. It's not an insole, but it's kind of like a little padding for the inside, for the insole. Never seen that in any other manufacturer right there. So that's pretty neat. Of course, you do have the sizing right here. I am a 10D. Well, in this boot anyways. We can talk about sizing later once I try them on. But not really much to it on the inside. It's nicely lined on the inside. It's some sort of glove lining. And you have what I believe to be a leather covered insole. And I believe this is their older construction, so it would be a like a Texan, like a fiberboard, and then you have the cork, the midsole, and the day-night sole. So that's pretty neat. It's not the new construction with like the nice leather bend, but it's pretty nice. I mean, you can't really complain at this price, especially at the factory second price of $270 or so. So that's pretty neat. Okay, so I really didn't show this at first, but when you get the boots, it comes in this big cardboard box, and you unfold it. It's pretty neat. But you also get this. This is just their standard little card, just saying that we hope you're satisfied with your product. But what I like here is that Andrew actually writes every single little letter right here. And I think Andrew and I struggle with the same thing of people not understanding our handwriting. I mean, his isn't as bad as mine, but it's most people would be complaining about it. So I'm sure y'all saw that little dirt kick and all, it's all over the boot. But first few steps, I gotta say they're pretty good. They feel very comfortable. Obviously, they won't have any shock absorbing ability with like some pore on the inside. They're basically all leather. But what you get out of these boots initially is a very reaffirming feel. You get a very nice and tight heel. It's not gonna slip, and very nice and hugging waist, and very spacious in the toes. Overall, it's a pretty great feeling boot. I imagine these are going to age great, but I believe in order to get a better opinion of these, I got to wear them for a little while. So I think after a point of like 6 months, a few months, I should be able to make a review on them. Alright, so let's go into sizing real quick. It's just going to be, I'm actually a 10.5 in most things. That's what I am in most dress shoes. And if you go ahead and look online, they're going to tell you to size down half size. Now this is normally for anyone that's like a D or an E width. Something that's somewhat average. Or even C, if you're a little narrow. If you're maybe a little more narrow, Andrew may suggest the full size down. If you're a little more wide, he might suggest take the full, the brand neck size, which is if you say you're an 11.5 double E, just take the 11.5 regular in the shoe. But again, I'm not a guru at this sizing, not a guru at anything really. I'm just kind of an enthusiast. Generally, it's a half size down, and if you have trouble with that, just go ahead and contact Andrew there at Parkhurst. I say though, overall, I'm pretty impressed with these. Andrew did a great job with these. I love these Spauldings. I know a lot of guys didn't like the way the toes look there, but personally, I think they're just haters, and I think they look fantastic on the foot. So yeah, let me know if you want to see anything else on these boots. Please comment, like, and subscribe about these boots or anything like that. I'll be posting a lot of boot stuff, but on top of that, I'll be posting a lot of menswear, specifically on the cheaper side, on the more affordable side, I guess you could say. Because me, myself, I'm very, very, I like to save money, and I like to spread that word too. So if you like any of that stuff, just go ahead and give me a follow. But other than that, this is David from The Average Finds, and hopefully I see you again with another boot review, another review on any other piece of heritage menswear, and see you next week.